Story 1. The Desolate Highway. The moon hung high in the night sky, casting an ethereal glow upon the deserted road ahead. The hum of the engine reverberated through the car, the rhythmic sound soothing my weary mind. It was a late-night drive, a moment of solitude to escape the burdens of life. Little did I know that this solitary journey would lead me down a path of terror, where the boundaries between reality and nightmare would blur. As I ventured deeper into the night, a sense of unease settled within me. The familiar landscapes took on an eerie quality, their shadows elongated and twisted by the dim glow of the moon. The air grew heavy with anticipation, as if it held secrets waiting to be unraveled. But I pressed on, drawn to the allure of the open road and the promise of solitude it offered. The silence enveloped me like a comforting shroud, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves in the wind. The road stretched endlessly before me, its black expanse disappearing into the abyss of the night. But as the minutes turned into hours, a subtle shift occurred. A subtle shift in the atmosphere that sent a shiver down my spine. It started with a flicker of movement at the edge of my vision. I dismissed it as a trick of the light, a figment of my tired imagination. But the flicker persisted, growing bolder with each passing mile. Shadows danced at the periphery of my vision, elusive and unsettling. Doubt crept into my mind, casting a veil of uncertainty over the once serene drive. Then a sudden gust of wind howled through the open windows, carrying with it a whisper. A chilling whisper that seemed to emanate from the very darkness itself. Goosebumps prickled on my skin as the words echoed through the car, their meaning lost in the chaotic symphony of the night. It was a voice, an otherworldly voice that spoke of forgotten tragedies and the toll they took on the living. Fear gripped my heart as I struggled to maintain control of the car. The road seemed to twist and turn, the familiar landmarks replaced by a distorted nightmare. Desperation surged within me, urging me to find an escape from this surreal labyrinth. But with each turn, the path became more convoluted, leading me deeper into an unknown realm. A figure materialized at the side of the road, a silhouette shrouded in darkness. It stood motionless, its presence radiating an aura of malevolence. As I approached, the figure vanished, leaving behind an unsettling emptiness. The encounter left me trembling, questioning the reality of what I had witnessed. But the terrors were far from over. Shadows danced and contorted, morphing into grotesque shapes that lurched towards the car. Their unearthly wails filled the air, a cacophony of anguish and despair. Panic consumed me as I swerved and dodged their phantom forms, the headlights casting fleeting glimpses of their twisted visages. With each passing mile, the nightmare intensified. The road ahead seemed endless, a never-ending loop that held me captive. I cried out for help, but my pleas were swallowed by the howling wind. The night had become a prison, and I was its unwilling captive. And then, just as despair threatened to consume me, a glimmer of light pierced through the darkness. An old gas station emerged from the shadows, its neon sign flickering in the night. Hope ignited within me as I pulled into the desolate lot, seeking refuge from the horrors that pursued me. But the gas station was not the sanctuary I had hoped for. Its walls bore the scars of past terrors, the remnants of a tragedy that had unfolded within its walls. The air hung heavy with a sense of dread, as if the very structure pulsated with a malevolent force. I hesitated, caught between the allure of shelter and the instinct to flee. As I stepped inside, the flickering fluorescent lights illuminated a scene frozen in time. Abandoned shelves, shattered glass, and blood-stained walls bore witness to the darkness that had once engulfed this place. Whispers echoed through the aisles, the voices of the lost and tormented. A figure materialized from the shadows, a specter of the past trapped in this haunting realm. It beckoned me towards it, its eyes filled with sorrow and longing. Fear and curiosity warred within me as I approached, compelled by an unseen force. The figure's voice was a mere whisper, a whisper that held the weight of an eternity. It spoke of a tragic event that had unfolded within these walls, a tale of betrayal, violence, and restless souls bound to this forsaken place. The gas station had become a conduit between the living and the dead, its twisted history forever etched into its very foundations. In that moment, a realization washed over me. The night drive had been a journey into the realm of the supernatural, a confrontation with the darkness that dwells within us all. I had unwittingly stepped into a world where the boundaries between reality and nightmare were blurred, where the past and present converged in a terrifying dance. With newfound determination, I made my escape from the gas station, leaving behind the spirits and their haunting whispers. As the road stretched before me once more, the horrors gradually faded, replaced by the familiar landscapes of the waking world. The night drive had forever changed me, a reminder that there are realms beyond our understanding, lurking just beneath the surface of our everyday lives. But as I drove into the dawn, the memory of that night lingered, a testament to the fragile balance between light and darkness, between the mundane and the supernatural. The road ahead may be filled with uncertainties, but I would face them with a newfound resilience, forever haunted by the echoes of that fateful, terrifying journey. Story 2. The Veiled Encounter. The engine hummed as I ventured into the night, the familiar road stretching before me like an open invitation. The moon cast an eerie glow upon the surroundings, lending an otherworldly quality to the journey. It was a late-night drive, a chance to clear my mind and escape the chaos of daily life. Little did I know that this drive would take me down a path of inexplicable events, where the boundaries between reality and the supernatural would blur. As the miles rolled by, a sense of unease settled within me. The stillness of the night was broken only by the sound of my own breathing, each exhale carrying a hint of anticipation. Shadows danced at the edges of my vision, elusive and unsettling. It felt as unseen eyes watched from the darkness, their gaze piercing through the veil of the night. A thick fog rolled in, shrouding the road in a hazy mist. Visibility dwindled, and a sense of disorientation settled upon me. I pressed on cautiously, relying on instinct and the dim glow of the headlights to guide me through the enigmatic landscape. The fog seemed to distort reality, turning the familiar into something mysterious and unpredictable. Then a figure materialized through the fog, a spectral presence standing at the side of the road. My heart skipped a beat as I slowed down, peering into the misty gloom. The figure, cloaked in a tattered shroud, beckoned me closer with a ghostly hand. Fear and curiosity warred within me as I cautiously approached, drawn to the enigmatic allure of the veiled stranger. As I rolled down the window, a cold breeze swept through the car, carrying with it a whisper that seemed to emanate from the very fabric of the night. It spoke of forgotten tales, of tragic events that had unfolded in the shadowy corners of this forsaken place. The figure's eyes gleamed with a mixture of sadness and longing, as if yearning to share their untold story with a willing listener. Driven by a sense of empathy and a desire to uncover the truth, I stepped out of the car, venturing into the swirling mist. The figure guided me further into the ethereal realm, leading me through a path I never knew existed. Each step brought me deeper into a forgotten realm, where the boundaries of time and space dissolved. A decrepit mansion materialized through the fog, its silhouette rising like a specter from the past. Its walls exuded a haunting aura, as if they held the secrets of centuries gone by. The figure led me inside, the air heavy with a palpable sense of history and tragedy. Within the mansion's shadowy halls, whispers echoed, carrying fragments of the past to my ears. I was immersed in a tapestry of forgotten voices, the tales of those who had met tragic fates within these walls. The spirits lingered, their ethereal presence blending with the very essence of the mansion. Each room held a story, each hallway bore witness to the passage of time. As I delved deeper in the mansion's depths, I encountered chilling apparitions, each more haunting than the last. They beckoned me forward, their spectral forms shimmering with an otherworldly light. Memories unfolded before my eyes, a tragic romance, an unspeakable betrayal, a relentless pursuit of revenge. The spirits shared their pain and longing, as if their souls were forever bound to this earthly plane, seeking resolution and release. I listened, my heart heavy with empathy, my mind spinning with the weight of their stories. But as the night wore on, the line between the living and the dead blurred further. The spectral presence surrounding me grew more intense, their influence seeping into my very being. It was as if the mansion itself had come alive, an embodiment of the tormented souls trapped within its walls. Fear gripped me as I realized the mansion's hold on my soul. The spirit's longing became my own, their pain etched into my heart. I yearned for escape, for release from this ethereal prison. With every ounce of strength left within me, I fought against the alluring yet suffocating grip of the supernatural realm. As I broke free from the mansion's clutches, gasping for breath in the cool night air, a profound sense of relief washed over me. The fog lifted, revealing the familiar road bathed in moonlight. The spectral figures faded into the mist, their stories echoing in my memory. The drive continued, but it was no longer a solitary journey. The encounters with the supernatural had forever changed me, imprinted upon my soul. The boundaries between the seen and the unseen had blurred, and the veil of the supernatural had been momentarily lifted. As I drove into the dawn, a mix of awe and trepidation settled within me. The mysterious events of that night had left an indelible mark, a reminder that there are realms beyond our understanding. The drive had become a conduit to a world where the past and the present converged, where the living and the dead danced in a delicate balance. From that day forward, I carried the weight of the supernatural encounters, forever haunted by the secrets whispered in the night. The drive had become a testament to the unfathomable mysteries that lie hidden within the fabric of existence, a reminder that reality can be both mesmerizing and terrifying in equal measure. Story 3. The Midnight Pursuit. The night air was thick with anticipation as I embarked on a late-night drive, seeking solace in the solitude of the open road. The darkness enveloped me like a cloak, the rhythmic hum of the engine the only companion on this nocturnal journey. But little did I know that this drive would take an unexpected turn into a realm of danger and suspense, where the lines between hunter and prey would blur. As I ventured further into the night, a sense of unease settled upon me. Shadows danced along the edges of the road, their movements fluid and unsettling. An inexplicable chill ran down my spine, and a tingling sensation crept over my skin. I dismissed it as mere imagination, a product of the late hour and my weary mind. However, the unease grew more palpable when I noticed a pair of headlights in my rearview mirror, trailing my every move. My heart quickened its pace as a flicker of fear ignited within me. It was no longer a coincidence. I was being followed. Questions swirled in my mind. Who was behind me? What were their intentions? The once comforting darkness now became a shroud of uncertainty. As the pursuer drew closer, their presence intensified, casting a foreboding shadow over my journey. A knot of anxiety tightened in my chest, urging me to take action. Thoughts of escape flooded my mind as I contemplated the next move. With a surge of adrenaline, I veered off the main road, hoping to lose my pursuer amidst the labyrinthine network of side streets. In the labyrinth of dimly lit alleys, I wove through the night like a hunted animal. The pursuer's headlights continued to illuminate my path, their relentless pursuit closing in. Panic gripped me as I realized the gravity of the situation. The chase was no mere coincidence. It was a deliberate act of menace. I navigated the maze of streets, taking sudden turns and doubling back. But my pursuer matched my every move. The chase grew more intense, adrenaline coursing through my veins, fueling my determination to escape the clutches of this relentless hunter. My mind raced, searching for an exit strategy, an opportunity to break free from this dangerous game. In a desperate bid to elude my pursuer, I veered onto an isolated road that snaked through dense woodland. The towering trees cast elongated shadows upon the winding path, adding an eerie ambience to the chase. With each passing mile, the sense of isolation deepened, amplifying the weight of the situation. Suddenly, the pursuer's headlights vanished, plunging me into an abyss of darkness. Relief mingled with trepidation as I wondered if I had finally shaken them off. But as my eyes adjusted to the gloom, I discerned a faint glow emanating from the depths of the forest. A flickering light danced between the trees, beckoning me towards it. Driven by a mixture of curiosity and the hope of assistance, I cautiously approached the source of the mysterious glow. The light led me to an abandoned cabin nestled deep within the woods, a dilapidated structure that seemed frozen in time. With trepidation, I stepped inside, my senses on high alert. The cabin's interior was shrouded in shadow, the air heavy with the scent of decay. Whispers of the wind seeped through the cracks in the walls, creating an eerie symphony that heightened my unease. Something felt amiss, a lingering presence that set my nerves on edge. But with the pursuer still at large, the cabin offered a temporary respite from the chase. As I sought refuge within the cabin's walls, a startling revelation emerged. The pursuer had not been the only threat. It became clear that the cabin itself held its own dark secrets, a history steeped in violence and tragedy. The walls bore the scars of a forgotten past, a tapestry of suffering etched into the very essence of the structure. Haunted whispers filled the air, recounting tales of desperate souls who had sought solace within these walls, only to meet their tragic demise. Their restless spirits lingered, their anguish imprinted upon the cabin's decaying framework. The realization sent a chill down my spine as I realized I had unwittingly stepped into a world where danger lurked both outside and within. With renewed determination, I pushed forward, propelled by an indomitable will to survive. The chase resumed, the pursuit escalating to new heights of intensity. The pursuer's presence loomed like a specter, their determination unwavering. But with every twist and turn, every calculated maneuver, I fought to maintain the upper hand. Through the darkest hours of the night, the chase continued, an intricate dance between hunter and hunted. Each passing mile brought me closer to the limits of my physical and mental endurance. Doubt seeped into my thoughts, threatening to erode my resolve. But with every beat of my heart, I found the strength to push forward, to evade capture, and reclaim my freedom. Finally, as the first rays of dawn bathed the landscape in a golden glow, the pursuer's presence faded into the distance. The chase had come to an end, leaving behind a trail of questions and an indelible mark upon my spirit. Though I had evaded capture, the memory of the harrowing ordeal would forever linger, a reminder of the fragility of life and the depths of human darkness. As I drove into the light of a new day, a sense of triumph washed over me. The late-night drive had transformed into a life-altering pursuit, one that had tested my strength, resilience, and will to survive. The events had left an indelible mark upon my soul, a reminder of the thin line that separates safety from danger and the lengths we are capable of going to protect ourselves.